So now we have another, and this time multiple children were injured. This kid, Tracy Haynes Jr., decided to go into a school and open fire. Afterwards, he did a video explaining why he did it. This stuff is Texas is on fire right now. With the Carmelo and Austin Metcalf situation down there in Frisco, now over here in Dallas, you have an issue. This kid, last year at that school, this situation happened April 15th, 2025. April 12th, 2024, you had another shooting where where a bunch of kids were hurt at the same school, right? And we're hearing that after this kid did the situation, he ran and he hitched a ride from somebody, right? So this whole thing is crazy. Let's look at what Fox 4 is reporting. Check this out.
We are learning new information about where the accused school shooter went after firing shots inside Wilmer Hutchins High School. Dallas Fire Rescue says 4 students had gunshot wounds. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. So this is the Dallas County Jail intake video for 17-year-old Tracy Haynes Jr. He's now facing several felony charges. Today, we heard from a man who says Haynes flagged him down a few miles from the school and asked for a ride. Fox 4's Lori Brown joins us now live from Dallas with a story that you will see only here on Fox 4. Lori.
Heather, Milton Nieto says that he is thankful that he and no one else was hurt after the school shooting, not knowing that a gunman was on the loose. He says he had no idea that the teen he thought he was trying to help had allegedly 4 students.
As I was crossing the railroad track, there was a young man that looked like he was in distress. He's panicking, waving cars down.
Milton Nieto decided to try to help the 17-year-old who turned out to be Tracy Haynes Jr., now charged at Wilmer Hutchins High School.
He got in the truck and he said he had just been in a wreck. I need to get to my dad is what he said. Help me out, please.
It happened on Pleasant Run, just a few miles from the high school. Nieto did not know that just 30 minutes earlier, there had been a school.
I said, all right, come on, I'll help you out. I'll take you, to your dad around the corner.
But then his story changed.
Somebody finally sent him an address. And he said, here, this is where I need to go.
When you see that, you can see now this kid did this, and then he said he needed to get to his dad, right? But him needing to get to his dad, you can see he had no plan. All this was based off of emotion. Like whatever they were going through, I'm hearing that there was a fight earlier in the school. Some kids got stomped out. He's claiming that his life was in danger. He felt like he felt threatened. So then he went and made a move. So he ran up on this guy and was asking this guy to give him a ride to his father. 17 years old.
Gave me the address and I saw it. I just figured, hey, I can't take you this far. I got to get back to work.
Nieto says he took Haynes to the Chevron station on Avila Road in Red Oak and saw that he found someone else to take him where he wanted to go in Waxahachie. As a precaution, Nieto called police. 4 hours after the shooting, Dallas ISD revealed the shooter was still on the loose.
When we turned on the news and saw you pointed at a wooded area, that's when things just started clicking.
Nieto called Lancaster police back, who came to his office and showed him a photo of the suspect.
Once I saw the picture that they were showing me, everything made a match and my heart just started beating 1,000,000 miles per hour.
Knowing things could have taken a dangerous turn.
And they asked me, did you see a weapon? And I was like, oh my God, no, but he did have a hoodie that he was carrying like this.
Hours later at 9 p.m., Haynes finally turned himself in. The video.
I'm gonna pause it there, right? Because it gets, like I said, this thing gets real crazy, and a lot of times, I blame a lot of us old elders. We in the community got this no snitch thing. They got this. You got to stand on business, and we teaching this to the young boys, and this is the way that they're handling it. Why couldn't he call the police? There was a situation in that school last year. Why does it have to be the same? Why does this kid have to crash out like the way that he does, right? It's part of some of the things that go on right within the communities, right? It's bad. But let's look at some of the kids and how and hard they was and what they had in this experience.
Things on the ground, and I thought, oh, lunch lady drop a pin or something, right? And then after a little bit, I just heard bang after bang after bang, and everybody started running. No, but I saw
beside Dallas ISD's Wilmer Hutchins High School caused hundreds of students to look for the nearest exit.
All I heard was somebody fell, and I just started running.
Police responded to the Southeast Dallas High School just after 1 p.m. Tuesday afternoon. 4 people were injured, according to Dallas Fire Rescue. The suspect took off. This student tells Fox 4 he watched a run by his class. Another student passed an injured teenager.
I just seen like whatever. I just seen that he called me and said on my head, and I was like frantic.
As investigators ensured the school was secured, some parents watched and waited from the perimeter. Like Shauna Williams, her son called her while he was near the cafeteria.
He said he saw 2 of his friends get shot.
I said, hi, someplace, baby. And she said, I am, but shot someone and I'm freaking out.
Maritza Portillo texted her stepdaughter to find a safe location. Eventually, all students were reunited with their parents at the nearby football stadium.
And this is like my second year in high school, so both years, the school
promises of more.
And you hear that? This boy is saying this is like his second year in the school, and both years the school was shot up. That's sad. And that's something that our children have to endure, and something that our children have to go through. This is crazy, man. This is insane. And like I said, last year, April 12th, you had an incident, right? So like so now this kid Tracy Haynes Jr., I don't at this point I don't even know what to say. I've been saying stuff. I've been really trying. I did series Death to the Real N-Word, No More Bad Bees, and all these different things, trying to wake our people up, trying to talk to these young kids, trying to deal with teach conflict resolution. I can get on here and condemn and do all the stuff that those fake black conservatives do, but what is that going to change? That's not going to change anything. We still got a whole bunch of other African American children, FBA children that need teaching. And I still got to go out and teach these kids. I still got to go out and explain to these kids how to deal with conflict resolution, how to deal with community development, and just dealing with their emotions. Period. But this is Tracy Haynes after he did what he did while he's on the while he's on the run. This is what he's saying.
I love all my peoples, man. I mean, all these niggas gonna look what happened. I love my Sandra. I love this camera. I love Yana. I love my nieces and nephews. All of them. I want everybody to know I love them. People named that I didn't name, trust me, I love you. I can't think right now, but I love y'all. This is my last thing, y'all. Last time talking to y'all. Excuse my language, but I love y'all. I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it. But I had to do it. I'll be one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody. My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground. And I know that's really what y'all. Come on now. I know y'all don't want to see me. Come on now. What? But I know that's not what y'all want me to do.
Before you decide to get with a woman or a man and have a child, make sure that you got your life together. Make sure that you got the proper structure set in order, so that way when the child exits the womb, they have certain structures set in place for them. A lot of these kids are experiencing so much trauma at a very young age, and they have undeveloped brains. And whether black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, Latino, whatever, right? These kids are experiencing so much trauma, and they can't process punishment or information the way that an adult would with a fully developed brain, right? He's acting off of straight impulse and emotion and trauma, right? And for me, I can't speak for y'all out there, but for me, because I go into these youth prisons, I speak to these youth, I see them cry, I see them be tough, I see them go through all the different aspects of emotions. It's painful to me, and sometimes I wish that somebody out there could have got to him before it got this far. I don't know what kind of father he has. I don't know what kind of mother he has, but at this point, it's too late. And now there's so many other children hurt in this situation. But this is why we go outside and we do the things that we do in order to save the children from themselves, in order to rescue them or repair and restore some normalcy back into some of these children, because some of these children are so traumatized. So he did this while he's he's on the run at that time, but then he goes and he turns this stuff in to the police, right? He had his father, he had his mother. And like I told you, these kids they're kids. They're kids. You know, this was the same situation when you had conflict resolution, knowing how to deal with certain traumas with Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony. Nobody wins there. You know, nobody sends their children to school. I don't care what color you are. Nobody sends their children to school for you to get a phone call and say your child is unalive, or your child has been injured by gunfire or knife, or your child is the perpetrator, right? As a parent, and you may be a parent working hard every day, trying to take care of your children, put food on the table, put clothes on their back, all that, and you get that phone call. One way or the other, you get that phone call. That's devastating. That's devastating. And too many times across America, we're seeing this happen, right? Way too many times. But this is him now turning himself in.
Oh, you good? Hey, good. He got you. He got you. He got you. He got you. You're good, man. Come on, Tracy. Come on, Tracy. You got to get go. You got to go.
Stop. You got to try to get the beat down. I got him.
Yeah, you good.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Be with you, okay?
Stop.
All right.
You know, I don't like it.
Let him know.
I beat the blood over you right now, Father God.
Okay?
In the name of Jesus, I ask you to keep him safe.
Talking.
You keep him protected, Father God. You keep your mouth
They
closed.
talk to you. They want to talk to your attorney. You understand?
Thank you.
And they send them little snitches in there to talk to you. Don't talk to nobody.
Keep him safe, Lord. Father God, right now, in your name, I'm asking you to keep him safe. Keep him protected, Father God. Keep him with nothing of you, Father God. Nothing covers him. Nothing touches him, Father God. Keep his daddy safe, Father God. Keep his sister safe, Father God. Keep all these kids, Father God, safe.
And see, at the end of this video, you hear the woman praying. But a lot of times in my prayers, I pray that we can reach these children before it get this far. I pray that we can be a voice of reason, maybe a spirit of enlightenment to these children before it gets that far. Maybe my words can penetrate through the heart and the minds of these children. And we work tirelessly to prevent this from happening, because it says faith without works is dead. So I pray for the strength and the faith, and have the faith and pray for the strength that my words become your words, my thoughts become your thoughts, and I may be able to impart them in the minds of these children. You know, like I said, we're losing out here. We're failing. It's easy for me to make a video and criticize him and criticize the parents. I don't know what kind of parents he had. He might have had great parents, but just did something stupid, did something emotional, did something erratic, right? It's not always the bad parents. Listen, I done made videos about Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony. Who's to say that they had horrible parents? These might be just been two 17-year-olds doing something dumb, doing things that 17-year-olds do at times. And the mistakes that you make can cost you the rest of your life. So when I make my prayers, I'm not making my prayers after the fact. Now he's going in for judgment. I'll make my prayers before he go in for judgment, that God put a hedge of protection around them so that way they won't meet judgment. And last year at this school, a bunch of children were injured as gunfire erupted. Now gunfire erupts again. So what does that say about the adults and the structure that's going on down there in that Dallas area? Right now it's on fire. And it's sad. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And I pray that a lot of the activists that's on the ground down there have the strength to keep going forward, that their words begin to penetrate into the minds of the youth, the hearts of the children, man, I don't like to see this kind of stuff, man. Like it's heartbreaking. You know, me as a grown man, when I was 17, I didn't have the mindset that I have today. And he doesn't even realize that his life is just about over. It hasn't even hit him yet because he's too young to fully understand the ramifications of his actions. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna cut this video short here, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Leave your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like I said, for me, it's hard. It's easy for me to criticize, right? But I'm in my teaching bishop mode right now because I go to these youth prisons. I see the faces of these babies when they outside of that environment. I see them, and it's heartbreaking. If you're not out there doing the work, then you don't understand. We out here doing the work, man. Right, so I'm gonna cut this video short. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till next time, peace.